I don't know what happened there. There's a guy shooting at me, right? And I'm shooting back, right? And literally nothing's happening. Is that a guy shooting at me? Maybe it's not a guy shooting at me. Should I understand what's going on? Like, is it like I'm shooting at the helicopter, nothing's happening. Last time it seemed to work quite well. This time it didn't work at all. Should I understand what's going on, or is this just I don't know what's going on. The last two times that went fine, and then that time for some reason we clipped something and then we spun around and then we exploded. Is the boat upside down? Seriously? The boat is upside down. We flipped the boat. And then we're getting shot at by the helicopter, who can see us underwater, by the way. The first two times the boat went down the waterfall just fine. Okay, does it know where I am? I don't know if it knows where I am, I think it does. The second two times the boat failed. Can I breathe underwater? Is that what's going on? Does the suit allow me to breathe underwater? Apparently this is fine. Apparently this is okay. And apparently the helicopter can't see me when I'm underwater because I think it's just shooting randomly in the water. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's shooting at me. Nope, it's shooting at me. So the helicopter can't see me. Like if you look at the bottom left, apparently the helicopter can't see me. But it's still shooting straight at me. What are those things in the water? Should I be concerned about that? What is that light? Is that like a mine? Is it a bomb? What is that? I want to stay underwater because people can't see me apparently when I'm underwater. Oh crap. Alright. Boat right there. I can't get underneath the boat. Why? Why? Why can't I? Alright, go back in the water. Oh, that's so stupid. Oh, wait, is that the end of the... Holy crap. I don't know, maybe this works? Maybe this actually works. I mean, it's worked so far. It's still just the helicopter chasing me right now. No, what are you doing? Stay in the water. Alright, can you like stay in the water? Ow. It's like shooting rockets at me too. That's the crazy part. I can't tell if this game is brilliant or stupid. I mean, you can tell it's aiming to be brilliant. And for the most part it kind of is brilliant. And then there are moments like this, where we just swing through the river, and there's apparently stuff happening all around us. I think we're supposed to be speeding through this on the boat. I think that's what we're supposed to be doing. Oh, I need to stay in the water. So what's supposed to be happening is, this should be a boat sequence, where we are speeding through the rivers, trying to dodge the helicopter in a speedboat. I think that's what's supposed to be happening. But what's actually happening is, I'm just swimming underneath the water. I'm missing all the explosions. I'm missing... crap. I'm missing all the interesting
we got
stuff.
the hostage out safely, and your limey friends heading back into the field. Any news on the rest of the research team?
General Kyong's holding them up at the mine.
Makes sense. Massive KPA buildup in that area.
Oh,
Whatever
crap.
they're hiding up
Getting
there,
wrecked.
you sure don't want
Alright.
us getting close.
And so this is, this is like, you can kind of imagine how this is meant to be brilliant. Alright, this is game save? Okay, game save. Why can the helicopter still see me? We need to do something about this helicopter, I think. Alright, come on, let's hit it with a rocket straight on. Oh, good. Good, it's gone. Nice. So it can be destroyed. And so for the rest of this, we don't have a boat anymore. And we don't have a helicopter chasing us anymore. So I guess we're just gonna swim the rest of the way. Oh, it's snowing. Hey, that's cool. Well, we found the monsters, I think, because it's a lot colder here now. So this game is almost brilliant. Are those enemies? Are you kidding me? Hold on. Those are the enemies. Okay, let me just try and stay out of sight. Did they turn around? I think they turned around. Okay, can I go underwater? Okay, good, underwater. Underwater is good. Okay, it's not deep enough to be underwater, never mind. This game is almost brilliant. It really is, like it's almost there. It just needs a little bit of polish. Maybe quite a bit more polish, because, well, okay, so if you have an on-rails shooter like Half-Life 2... Oh no, is that another helicopter? The thing is, Half-Life 2 is very narrow, right? And by narrow I mean like the corridors that you're supposed to go down are very narrow compared to this game, where it's like wide open plains and open oceans. And when the path is narrow, it's very easy. Well, it's not very easy, but it's much easier to polish the path because there's only one path. But when you have a big open area and you can approach the problem from any angle you choose, then you have a lot of different angles to polish if you want to polish it. And so you can kind of understand why this is not as polished as you might hope. Because there's just so many ways to do this. You know, like if, for example, at the beginning of this, so if this was meant to be like a hard, or like a hard-coded boat sequence where you have to use the boat, they could have made it so that if you entered the river without the boat, you would just die and you have to respawn and try again. And so they could like force you to use the boat, and if they force you to use the boat, then the boat kind of has to work. So the second 2 times, when we got down the waterfall and the boat exploded, that can't be allowed to happen. And then when you fall down the waterfall and the boat is upside down, that can't be allowed to happen. Because if you insist on the player playing this on the boat, then you can't have the boat fail like that, because that's not the player's fault. That's just physics being weird in the game. But because this game allows you to do that without the boat, like it gives you more options, then the experience is less polished, because I don't know, like, I don't think they ever intended for you to... I mean, if they intended for us to dive underwater and swim underwater the whole way, then the river would have been deeper. Like, if the river was just 2 feet deeper, we could have swum under the water the entire distance without ever having to come on the surface. So if that was intended, then the river would have been deeper. But parts of the river was not deep enough for us to stay underwater, so we had to come out and run a little bit, which is kind of weird. So anyway, it's just the game is like a little bit shy of brilliant. I mean, if everything... So if it allowed you multiple playstyles, and if the multiple playstyles all worked, like if the stealth... The game keeps implying there should be stealth, and if the stealth actually worked, the game would be absolutely brilliant. But the game is like almost there. Like the stealth kind of works, but for some reason the enemies can see you when you're hiding in the bush, and so it doesn't quite work. And you can't actually stealth. Like, we've been trying the whole game, we've been trying to stealth our way through, and every single time we get spotted. So it's almost there. The game is almost brilliant. Oh look, it's a graveyard, cool. The game is almost brilliant. Anyway, so this should take us to the next level, and if it does, I'm gonna take a break. Secure... Oh crap, I have to secure the extraction point? Are you serious?
Nomad, this is Vulture 2-6 approaching the LZ. Stand by for extraction. Over.
The LZ is still hot. Repeat, LZ is hot.
We can't land until that area is secure. Nomad, clear them out.
I'm on it, Vulture.
You've got to be kidding me. I'm pretty sure the guy said that they found a good LZ, and then we get here and we find out the LZ is hot. Oh no, we're fighting stronger enemies. Wait, these are our guys, they can jump around. They have special suits.
Strickland, you copy? I think these guys have nanosuits.
Well, I'll be damned. They aren't supposed to have that technology yet.
If it's any consolation, they look like cheap knockoffs.
I don't know, they don't look that cheap to me.
Nomad, we're still seeing movement down there.
I'm working on it.
Dude, are you serious? What the? That's a sniper rifle. Let me just keep my head down. It's a frog. Where was that guy, and where was his rifles? Didn't I kill a guy back here? Oh, come on. Okay, there he is. Can you, like, just die? He's still alive, right?
Vulture, this is Nomad. Area seems clear.
Copy, Nomad. Stand by. I'm bringing her down.
Precision rifle submachine gun. No, I need
Nomad,
this rifle.
we're waiting for a green light on a full-scale assault. Air recon is underway and we're assembling troops offshore. Once you meet up with our boys, we'll be dropping you right in the thick of it. Hope you're ready for war, son.
Roger.
Submachine guns. Submachine guns. Alright. We're gonna be dropped right into the thick of it. Right after this. Let me save here. We might get a cutscene and then wanna take a break. What is this thing? This is also implausible. The fact that there's enough thrust down here to lift this thing, but we're just standing next to it. That doesn't make any sense at all.
Over here!
Yeah, I know. Hey boys.
Welcome aboard, sir.
All right, Nomad. Living up to your name, I see.
You heard about Prophet.
I'm actually gonna miss the bastard. You believe this mess?
Looks like Jester wasn't so crazy after all.
Amen to that.
What does that mean? What, what are they talking about? Alright, that's the end of that level. I'm just thinking again about Half-Life 2 and the set pieces in that game. Alright, let's just watch the cutscene.
So, this is the famous nanosuit we keep hearing about.
Man, I gotta get me one of those.
Yeah, like Uncle Sam's gonna spend millions to protect your scrawny ass, Johnson.
Hell, you won't be mouthing off when I've got my super suit. I'll go ninja on your ass.
Now that I'd like to see.
Okay, guys, we're entering a combat zone. A lot of SAM activity down there. I'm gonna circle around and fire countermeasures before we land.
The KPA's rumbled us, mate. The bastards are blowing this ridge to smithereens. Keep your head down or you'll lose it.
Then why the hell are we landing here?
It's either shells or SAMs. Shells tend to miss more.
This is as far as I go, gentlemen. The harbor's still too hot. Good luck out there.
Damn, I wish I had one of those suits now.
Yep.
Corman, get the engine on board! I want this VTOL out of here now!
Incoming!
Artillery!
We just hot dropped into an artillery strike. Is that guy
Follow me,
already
sir.
dead?
Shit! Lieutenant Bradley's waiting for you at the overlook!
Alright, let
Artillery!
me save the game. Yeah, so I just want to talk more about this. Maybe you don't want to listen to me talk so much, but I'm just thinking about the set pieces in Half-Life 2. Like there's the boat sequence through the canals, and then there's like the boss fights, and then like especially at the end of Half-Life 2 Episode 2, there was that sequence against the Striders, and even in the main game of Half-Life 2 there was like a couple of Strider sequences, and then there's the antlion sequences, and then there's the driving along the coast. So I'm just thinking about, if you haven't played Half-Life 2, just go play it, or maybe watch my playthrough if you want to. But just play the game. And like the set pieces in Half-Life 2, they are what, like they work as intended. They all work as intended, and you know, you play through Half-Life 2 and it's very, very rare that things glitch out or things happen in ways that don't work. There's the turret defense sections too, like, you know, I'm just thinking back, and all of them work really well. Whereas in this game, they almost work really well. In this game, you can tell how they're supposed to work, but they often don't work the way they're supposed to work. Like the boat sequence. The boat sequence, or the non-boat sequence as it turned out to be, because the first 2 times we got on the boat, we got blown up. And then 2 more times we just blew up the boat. And then we didn't use the boat and we just swam underwater, and then that worked, but that was like, it's clearly not the intended way you're supposed to play the game, just swimming through the whole level under the water. And then the helicopter supposedly can't see you because the green, or like the bar on the bottom left tells you whether the enemies can see you. and as you're underwater, the bar really very clearly goes down, which indicates that the helicopter can't see you when you're underwater. But the helicopter continues to shoot exactly at where you are. Even though it's not supposed to know you're there, like it's not supposed to be able to see you when you're underwater, but it's still shooting straight at you. That doesn't make any sense at all. So it almost works. You can imagine it being this sequence where you're in the boat and you're dodging the bullets and you're kind of speeding down the river, and that sounds really cool. The idea of it sounds really cool when you say it out loud, but that's not how it turned out in the game anyway. So funny that this game is almost brilliant. Alright, I'm gonna end this video here. When we come back in the next video, we keep playing, and I don't know how long this game is, but we're still using the same gun. We haven't gotten the gun upgrade. We found sniper rifles, but there's so little ammo for it that you can't use it. So we've been playing through the whole game with the same gun. There's no progress. Alright, I'll see you in the next video.